Hey everyone, so if you are watching this video, it is because you need some additional help with how to do PLD for graphic organizers. So what this is going to be is a quick walkthrough and a verbal explanation.
This PLD is probably the easiest one that we've had so far. Determine the meaning of words and phrases, including figurative and connotative. Analyze the cumulative impact of specific word choices on the meaning, mood, and tone.
So ultimately, your graphic organizer, what you're going to see in the slides is that we broke it up, but this is how yours starts. And the first thing that you're going to be able, or you're going to do, is you're going to find a new poem from the provided sites below about your theme topic. Since poetry is significantly shorter than other types, word choice is essential. So it is essential that we analyze that word choice, especially for the emotions, the imagery, etc. So your goal is to find 4 words or phrases in that new poem that you found that reflect figurative and or connotative meaning, and you're going to analyze it and break it down. And hopefully these words are going to help you point towards the tone. And these are your sites that you know that you should be looking up poetry from. And if anyone says that they can't find a poem, it's because you're not digging like deep enough.
Right, there are thousands on each one of those sites. So that's like 500,000 poems. There's one that fits.
So you just need to work on your research skills, your keywords. All right.
So the next thing that you're going to do is the same thing that we've been doing each week. This is just kind of giving giving us an overview of this source. So you're going to remind us of your personal theme topic. Then you're going to type the author name and title, and then you're going to link that poem underneath that. So you're going to give me the works cited MLA citation, because this is something that would be at the end of your essay if you were writing an essay.
Hint. If you do all these steps, the essay will write itself. Imagine that.
Yeah, like it's just amazing. So this is to help you in the future. You know, it's also a requirement now, but you're going to make sure that you have that in that works cited citation at the end of your essay. The next is on MLA citation that's in text. So you're going to give me that sentence with that tag. You're going to make sure that you have a lead in, and you're going to give me the in-text citation. So this is what that text will look like in your essay. You're going to give me that objective summary. I believe that was PLD 2. We're just getting better and better. Remember, keep it down to 4 to 5 sentences. If you are still having trouble with that, go back to PLD 2, watch those videos, get those instructions. And then this connection paragraph. So this connection paragraph, it is a heftier paragraph. So you're connecting why you chose this poem, why this poem represents your personal theme topic, how it connects the whole thing together.
And I will say that this connection paragraph is where you can use I statements. It's kind of your thought process, and we want to see that. So this slide has an example of how it would look once it's all filled in. So the blue are our examples. You see that the topic is oppression. I've linked. It's a lighter blue, so automatically you're going to know that I linked it. I could click on it, and then I would be taken to the poem. I've got my citation here. I've got my in-text citation, but remember you're introducing it, so it's a sentence. So in the last stanza of his poem, I do. So I've got my title. I've told you that it's a poem. That's the genre and the author. And then here, ignore this one right here. I was supposed to delete that and put that in that box. So that's just an oversight. I will have to delete that later. You won't have that. Objective summary. This is the same objective summary that was in PLD. Was it PLD 3 or PLD 2, right? Yeah. So I don't think I need to read that to you. I would pause this, and if you want to read through that so you can see how I organize my thoughts, that's what I would do. But ultimately, this is what it's going to look like.
So this is what our PLD 4 actually looks like for you. The poetry section is going to be a darker green. So where the boxes are in this graphic organizer that you're going to fit in, like what it's asking you is green. Where you're going to type is in the white box, okay? So you won't need to type anything in the green. If you look, you still have your theme topic and then the poem link with the title and the author, okay? So then the next section is word phrase. So maybe it's just a word, or maybe it's a phrase. Then you have part of speech. You have to define it, And then what you're going to do is you're going to do either the figurative language, tell me what type of figurative language it is, or you're going to tell me what the connotation is. For each set, there is a set of instructions, some questions to help you get going in the right direction if you're having trouble coming up with 2 or 3 sentences. So you're going to tell me the type and then 2 or 3 sentences. For the connotation, you're going to tell me the emotion and 2 or 3 sentences. Those, you're going to use that to tell you what the tone of the poem is, and you're going to write that in that bottom box. The added feature of this one is if you click on figurative, connotation, and tone of poem, that takes you to an outside source. That way the tone has a list of tone words, the figurative language and the connotation are just kind of like a mini lesson of here's some examples, here's how to do this.
So when you are done with it, this is the I2 poem still, and you're going to do this, I do want to say, you're going to do this 4 times. So we're going to show you one, but you're going to do it with 4 different words or phrases. So this first one was, we chose darker brother. We said it was a noun phrase. The reason it is a noun phrase is because brother is a noun, darker is an adjective, which describes the noun, therefore it's a noun phrase. I had to define it. So you look up the definition, choose what you need to write down. Darker was with little or no light, a word to denote comparison, and then brother, a man or boy in relation to parents. So when I read it, I had to put those 2 together, and based on how he used it, to me, it's saying a man or boy who is dark skinned and equal to the reader. This one, you could go to with figurative or connotative language. It kind of fit both. Remember, you just have to choose which one because it says either this side or this side, but we wanted to give you an example of both. So we said that this was imagery, and then we explained it in our at least 2 to 3 sentences. By saying darker brother, it implies the audience is either white or light skinned because the speaker is talking directly to the audience. This may make the reader feel uncomfortable, which is what Hughes is going for. He wants that discomfort because he knows his audience. He wants his audience to know that though Black Americans are being oppressed, they will be strong and rise above it. If you go on the connotation side, you're looking at the emotion that is associated with the word. So once we read it, we've already read it a couple times. The emotion associated with the word is pride, because during that time period, different and more negative words were used to refer to Black Americans. And he chose specifically to say brother as if he is equal, which he is. And so he's pointing that out. And that would have been a troubling thing for some people to read. So by Hugh saying brother, he's pointing out that he is on equal footing with white America. So when we put those ideas together, we looked at our definition, we looked at the figurative and the connotative language here. We clicked on this list of tone words, brought up a lot. And as we skimmed through it, we saw the word apologetic, and we know that it's not apologetic. So we said unapologetic. He is unapologetic for who he is and his thoughts. Meaning, remember that tone is how the reader feels towards the subject.
So then you're going to do the same thing, kind of the same thing with the informational text. So it's determine the meaning of words and phrases, including technical meanings, analyze the cumulative impact of specific word choice on meaning. So instead of the figurative, here we have technical.
Same thing here, finding a new news article and you're using these sites, same thing, and you're looking for, central idea, etc. You want to read it because you're going to have to make an objective summary, which is the same thing here. Like, we didn't do this one for you because it's the same thing, except it's with a news article.
Right.
There you go.
And then you have over on the right-hand side of your screen, you have the one that you're going to be doing this time. But if you remember, this is your Freyer model. Like, you've done this before. I mean, up until this quarter, you did it, every other week of the year. So this is what it used to look like for you. But now it's just in a table on Google Docs. So we didn't do this because you're used to doing this. The thing I do want to point out, I made it, we highlighted it for you. It says create a unique and original sentence of using this vocabulary word about your theme topic. If you remember in the past, it is about the text that we're reading at the time. So what you have to do now is that it has to connect to your theme topic. You're going to find 4 of your like technical words. So that way it points to that central idea, but you're always going to be connecting it back to your theme topic in that original sentence.
All right, and that is it.